Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You tried to put something, so do something like that, no problem with that. Okay, so I am assuming now I am audible. We have 13 participants, we had 22, so other nines will join in on the way, but in between I will word with the whatever discussions we were having. Okay, and now I am assuming that let me just I am assuming that I am audible now. Okay, so if any issues, let me know. Sorry about that, and let's proceed with. Let me just share my screen with you. Okay, so basically, when we design quarter, failure of the socket will end in three ways. Socket might fail because of this under the tension, or it might fail because of the shear, or it might fail because of the crush. Tension will be the area where it is having minimum area, and that is area where the socket is there. So that pi by 4 d square pi by 4 and outside diameter is d2 or d1, inside is d2, so pi by 4 d1 square minus d2 square minus d1 minus d2 into t. So let's see that formula. Okay, where is that formula for socket? Pi by 4 d1 square minus d2 square, this is the area of the cross section of the socket, right? And minus d1 minus d2 is the area where the socket is there, area of the socket. So now using all these formulas, whatever we have gone through in the previous what you can say lecture, just we will try to have a design. Okay, now how the design, as I said, I don't know whether that time I was audible. What we have to do design means we have to find out dimensions. Now what are the dimensions? Dimensions are D is the diameter of the rod, D1 diameter of the socket, outside diameter, D2 inside diameter of the socket, D3 collar diameter of the spigot, and D4 collar diameter of the socket. These five diameters we have to find. We have to find A, B and C. What is A, B, C? A is distance between end of the socket and socket and end of the spigot. B is width of the your quarter. C is between socket and where the collar is there, right? That is C. Then we have to find out quarter dimensions. Those are thickness T and its what you can say B, width. So these dimensions we have to find out, and finding these dimensions is basically your design. Okay, so let's go there now. Design procedure. This is the procedure for the design of the quarter. Okay, now first step in the design is basically finding out the basically you will be given load. What is the load on the quarter, or what is the load it has to carry successfully have a run. That load is given by is denoted by symbol P, right? Then there is a you will be given stresses, ultimate stress, allowable stress, right? Those stresses will be given, and depend using those stresses divided by factor of safety, you will be knowing sigma t, allowable tensile stress, allowable shear stress. We have to find different stresses. Very first step of your design, we have to find out all the allowable stresses, that is sigma t, and for quarter, for your socket, and for your quarter pin, socket and spigot. These might have a different material. Generally what happens, material for spigot and socket is same, and material of the quarter is generally soft, because we want, as we discussed, we want quarter to fail first if something goes wrong. So quarter pin have a different material, and socket and spigot have a different material. So for these different materials, we have to calculate allowable stresses. Now which are the allowable stresses? Sigma t, allowable tensile stress, then sigma c, allowable crushing stress. Now sigma t is basically your whatever SYT they have given divided by factor of safety will be your sigma t, right? Allowable shear stress tau will be 0.5 of that, half of that. Whatever allowable stress we have, we'll multiply by 0.5. 0.5 into SYT upon factor of safety, right? So like that we will be calculating allowable stresses for quarter, spigot and your socket if the materials are different. If the material is same, we will calculate only it once. Okay. The first step, again I will repeat. At the very start of the design, the very first step you have to do is find out the allowable stresses. Means you will be giving a material. Will be given a material. Material for socket is this. Material for quarter is this, and for that SYT is this. Right. So if you know SYT, divide it by factor of safety to get sigma t, multiplied by 0.5 to get allowable shear stress. Okay. So now we have our we have sigma t, sigma c and tau for all different parts we have with us, right? Also we have p, what is the load on our quarter. Now with this information we have to design the quarter, means we have to find out dimensions. Now which dimensions we have to find out? We have to find out d, diameter of the rod, d1, d2, d3, d4. Again d1, what is d1? Outside diameter of socket. d2 is inside diameter of socket or diameter of the spigot. d3 is collar of the socket, spigot, and d4 is collar of the socket. Okay, 5 diameters. Then we have to find out A, B, C. B is the width of the quarter, A is between quarter socket and end of spigot, C is between quarter socket and collar, right? Then for the quarter we have to find out B and its thickness. So all these dimensions we have to find out, and once we know have all the dimensions, we can draw the diagram, and that our design will be ready. So whatever failures we have seen till today, we will just use those to find out the dimensions. Now first step, now we know that we know P and we know sigma T, so we can by using the failure of the rod, we can tensile failure of the rod, we can use diameter is equal to root of 4P upon pi sigma T. Here we know P, allowable load on the quarter, and sigma T, allowable stress. Using that we will find out the diameter of the rod. Now we have diameter of the rod with us. Now we will use empirical equations, like T, the thickness of your quarter is 0.31 of the diameter. Okay. Now how this equation? This is a empirical. It's there. I think in the very first or second lecture we have seen now. Sometimes we use empirical relations to make our life easy, because every time if we use formulas, it will be very complicated design. So we'll use this empirical equation, get the dimensions, and use those dimensions and verify whether it will fail or not. Okay. So not all the time we will be getting the dimensions using formulas. Sometimes we use standard equations, empirical equations, and using those equations we'll get the dimensions, and we'll check whether for those dimensions our design is failing or not. If it fails, then we'll increase the dimension. If it doesn't fail, we'll say our dimensions are safe. Okay. So thickness of the quarter is given by 0.31 of T, means is almost 1/3 of your diameter of the rod. So whatever diameter of the rod you have got, like say if your diameter of the rod is 10, then it is about 10 into 0.31 is basically 3.1 what you can say centimeter, whatever it is, or we will make it round like say 4. Okay. So whatever D you have got, multiply by 0.31 and round it off to get your thickness of the quarter. Okay. Now we know the thickness of the quarter, so we can find out now D1 and D2. First D2. Now we have this formula for for the spigot using for the tensile failure. We have seen it. How the spigot will fail? tensile failure, just try to imagine how the spigot is there, where it will fail, where the socket is there, right? What is the area? Pi by 4 d2 square, the diameter of the spigot, right? Cross sectional minus socket area minus d2 height of this socket and t, right? So this is the area of the cross sectional area of the spigot where it will fail. So using that, we know P, we know sigma T, allowable shear, allowable tensile stress for the spigot. We can find out D2 using this equation because it's a second degree equation. So P is equal to pi by 4 D2 square minus D2T into sigma T, right? Now we know D2. Again, we have gone through a formula for the failure of the socket. Using that formula, we will find out D1. Now in this step number 4, we know P, we know sigma T, we know T, and we know D2. So we can find out D1, right? So now we know diameter, we know thickness of the quarter, we know the outside diameter of the socket, inside diameter of the socket, diameter of the spigot. Now we can find out the dimensions D3 and D4. D3 is simply 1.5 times of D, basically 1.5 times of D, and 2.4 D4. Diameter of the collar of the socket is 2.4 times of the D. We'll use this for the checking the failure, right? These are the diameters of the collars. Okay. Now A and C, again we will not be calculating it, we will use empirical relation. It is 0.75, 3/4 of your diameter. Whatever diameter you got for the rod, 3/4 or 0.75 of that is your A or C. Okay. Now we know A and C. Now important thing is remaining is B. Now quarter we have seen that it fails two way. It will fail by shear or it will fail by bending. Now for shear, if you remember, tau is equal to P upon area, right? P is the load and area is what is double shear. What was the shear? Area, length of the quarter into thickness, right? That's where it will be having a shear, length into thickness. So that B into L and multiplied by 2. So using that equation we can get B, width of the quarter is P upon 2 tau L, right? Here P is a load on the quarter, your tau is allowable shear stress in the quarter P, and T is thickness we got, right? So this is one equation. And second is the bending failure. B is equal to root of 3P upon T sigma B. Now here sigma B is the allowable bending stress. D2 by 4 plus D1 minus D2 by 6. Using this equation, we will get two B's. One from first equation, second from second. Out of these two, we will use whichever is larger. Okay, clear? Now we know design of the quarter can be completed by using we know dimension of the quarter B and T, right? Now next step is basically we know all the dimensions. We know D, D1, D2, D3, D4. We know ABC, and we know dimensions of the quarter thickness and width. Now all dimensions are with us. Okay. So using these dimensions, we will see whether our quarter different it fails or not, because we have used empirical formula sometime. So we will use first we'll check the spigot and then we'll check the socket. Now see spigot sigma C crushing stress is P upon pi D2. D2 is the height of this what I can say inside of the diameter of the spigot, and T is the thickness of the socket or thickness of the quarter. So P upon T D2, that's where the crushing stress is there. Using this we'll check. So we know P, we know D2 and we know T. We can find out sigma C. This sigma C you got should be less than allowable crushing stress. Similarly, shear stress is P upon 2AD2. The formula, how we came up the formula, we talked about it. This shear stress you got should be less than allowable stress. Okay. So if both of them are okay, then we can say our design is safe. If it is not, then we have to increase the dimension. Okay. Let me see if any, what I can say, any chat message is there. Okay, I am assuming I am still audible. Okay, and the last stage is basically similarly check the failure of your socket. Again, sigma C is P upon D4 minus D2 into C is crushing. Now just try to imagine your socket. What is the area in front of your quarter? It is D4 minus D2 into T, right? Load upon that area is your crushing stress. Similarly, tau is P upon 2 into D4 minus D2 into C. So using this, step number 8 and 9, we will see the dimensions we have derived or we have got, those are okay and our design will not fail. If it doesn't fail and the stresses we got are within the limits, then we will say and the dimensions are final. If it doesn't, then we will increase those dimensions and we will again check it for it, and when it is with the stress is within the allowable limit, then we can say our design is safe. The last step is again calculating the spigot collar thickness T1.45 T. Okay. Now the last stage is taper of the quarter is 1 in 32. I think we talked about it. It's from between 30 to 40 we take. What is taper of the quarter? As we discussed, quarter is we have to push it in and we have to take it out, right? So to push it we need to have a taper, and it is observed from the experience that having taper on both ends doesn't help. It's not that much helpful. So it will have a straight on one side and taper on the other side, and the taper is 1 in 32. Means what? If we move 1 centimeter in the axial direction, it will go 32 centimeter in the perpendicular direction, right? So this taper is 1 in 32. Okay, that is basically say 1 by 32. Okay, so this is how the design of the quarter will be done. Now I will be sharing a video. Now I don't know what time is it. I will be sharing a video with you. Again, I think I doubt that we might have an audio issue. So I will suggest you guys, to just I hope you guys are connected using internet audio. If you haven't, it will not be audible to you. So and if it is audible, then you just listen, and if it is not audible, don't worry about it, because I will be uploading it on YouTube, and I will be sharing the link with you today. I will be doing that today. I will try to upload all the videos. I am having my issues with my some my YouTube account. I am having issues. I am not able to upload, so maybe I will use my personal YouTube channel to upload the videos. Okay, but whatever it is, I will share this whatever video I am going to share now. I will share that on YouTube. It is a 40-minute video. It is basically a numerical. Whatever steps we learned till now, it's a numerical. We took an example, and for that example, how to complete design. So whatever you can listen in this lecture, it's fine. If you are not able to listen, that is also fine. You guys don't worry about it, and you guys will be able to get it on the YouTube also. So don't worry about if you, don't worry about it if you are not able to listen it. Okay. So what I am doing right now is I am sharing with you guys. Let me just stop this share, and let me share with you guys my video. Okay. Now our design of the quarter is completed. Now we will take a numerical, which is a 40-minute video. If you are not able to hear it, don't worry about it. You will have a link of it, and you can take a look at the numerical on YouTube. And if you can hear it, you can what you can say, you can just take a look at it and see how it goes. And just I have taken a screenshot of attendance. Let me just share the video with you. Okay. Okay. Good morning, guys. Professor Vijay Ramdal. I'm taking your DME 1 lectures. We have gone through 6 lectures so far today, and we have gone through some basics of design of destination, some basic things what we learned, like what are the materials we use in the design,
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. We are.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.